Move on to our next speaker, who's Mr. Mr. Chunega, the additional director from Serum for 18 years. He has been inspector at the FDA for 10 years as well, and he has won the Best Drug Inspector Award in 2002 by All Indian Drug Controller. So please, warm welcome and hands together for Mr. Chunega from Serum.
Very good morning to you. I worked as a drug inspector in my career for 10 years, and also I am working with Serum Institute for last 18 years as a additional director and handling quality systems there. We have faced more than 150 audits last 10 years, and also when I was inspector, I have carried out more than 200 to 300 audits of industry, various industries in Thane, Mumbai, like these locations. Most of them were multinationals. And during that day, I was not thinking that this could be a definitely important parameter as far as laundering operation is concerned. This is definitely a niche marketing, and Lindstrom has captured the things that this is one of the major requirements of industry. So what I will like to share is last 10 years, whatever I have faced as far as laundry is concerned, the observations from various inspectors of Europe, TJ Australia, and also US FDA we have faced. So I will like to share these observations with you. So garment washing and drying machine validation is not performed. So what type of setup we were having is, for general packaging areas, we are having laundry system for cotton dresses. And for sterile area, we were having one unit with Class C area for other operations, and washing was in Class D area. But still, we used to get many observations on this thing, and ultimately last 2 years now, we are with Lindstrom, and most of the observations as far as laundry is concerned are now closed. I'm also responsible for compliance to various agencies, and I'm the most relaxed person when we have handed over these particular operations on contract basis with Lindstrom. So these are the general observations. Vendor approval process was found to be deficient. The company validation for clean room and garments washing and sterilization was found deficient. Defined tests to be conducted after 25 washing and sterilization. So many questions were there. Now, the requirements of Annex 1, they are also there. They are cited by few of these inspectors. And the area clothing should be cleaned and handled in such a way that it does not gather additional contaminants, were not made for the in-house laundering of garments. For example, the grade A by B garments were washed in potable water and dried in uncontrolled conditions. So a lot of observations regarding what type of quality water we are using, what type of area we are using for these operations, whether we are monitoring these areas or not, whether these areas are qualifying for particle counts or not. So all these things are there. The important and very practical example I will like to share, one of our products, we get it manufactured from Germany on contract basis, that is Prophecy. And this is aseptically filled product. 5 to 6 months back, we got a letter from German FDA, that is SPY agency, that we have to recall this product from market. Now, why we want to recall? So we have communicated them. We will like to know the reason why this recall has been given. So we came to know that during routine audit of that particular company, the inspector observed that continuous 3 or 4 days, the non-viable particle count was so that it was beyond the specification specified by the company. Everybody is aware that 3,500 particles of 0.5 micron and around 30 particles of 5 micron is the limit for non-viable particles. So we have to recall that particular product. We are hardly having 50 ampules there. It is in ampule form. And we have communicated to PI or German FDA for this. We have to also have communication with DCGI for the same. But this is how, what I mean to say is the particle counts, which is because of the quality of gowns is one of the reasons. Whatever particles are shaded in the in the area, especially A by B, we have to control this by the gowns which we are using, which is responsible for it. So these are the various reasons and guidelines for this particular thing. Clean room area garments requirement as per Institute of Environmental Sciences and Technology. So cleanliness and cleanability, electrostatic properties, biological properties, durability, comfort, opacity, particle filtration efficiency, microbial penetration, so where the body is shading your particles or any contamination to the area, chemical compatibility, and fluid resistance. Apart from this, as per IEST requirements, all processing of garments such as laundering, testing, and initial packaging should be performed in clean room that meets the specified air cleanliness class in accordance with ISO. Now, these are very important tests: water testing, particle penetration, equivalent pore diameter, releasable large particle test, particle dispersion, Elchem drum test, and microbial penetration. So as far as last two tests are concerned, they are very important because that will give you the picture whether your area is going to be contaminated because of this quality of the clothes which we are using or quality of the gowns which you are using there. In this particular drum test, the gowns are rotated in a rotating drum or tumbling drum, and after 10 minutes, the particle count is taken. And this microbial penetration test is also run simultaneously with this particular drum test, so that we will come to know the quality of clothes which we are using in our sterile area. So this is what WHO TRS says. This WHO TRS statement, as well as this EU GMP statement, and then PICS guideline. So all are saying the same, aiming at the same. Whatever quality of gowns which you are using, they should not shade or contaminate the area A by B which you are using. So outsourcing activity is the only choice for the companies like Serum Institute. We are having more than 100 suits for as far as clean area operations are concerned. We are having 17 filling lines, and we are the highest manufacturer in the world as far as vaccines are concerned. We are having 25 of our products which are pre-qualified by WHO. And when we have handed over operation to Lindstrom, all these questions have stopped. And as far as compliance manager is concerned or compliance activity in charge is concerned, I am the most relaxed person as far as this service is concerned. So in case in-house capacities are not sufficient or adequate, or in case where the special techniques are or equipments are required, or in case in-house facilities are not equipped to carry out activities, and in case expert guidance and support is required. So this particular agency has helped us to deal with all such type of questions. And only thing what we have to do as compared to Europe and US is we are also governed by drug price control order. So cost will be the main issue in future. So whatever activities or whatever operations you are outsourcing, we have to also think of industry in India is also has to think of the cost which is involved by that. So this is overall about this particular thing. Thank you.
I get that. Yes, any questions at this point? So let's not let you run away quite yet. I'm sure there will be.
No problem.
I mean, there's an Indian audience, so there must be questions. Yes.
Yeah. Mr. Chunekar, you handed out to Lindstorm and you got relaxed. Thank you. Nice to hear you. Of course, I don't represent Lindstorm. What were your first two concerns, which, when you were doing this activity in your premises or location, and they were bothering you maximum? And what were the main reasons that were bothering you? Only two, first two. Can you please elaborate on this?
Not only Serum Institute, but as far as any sterile product manufacturing person is concerned or industry is concerned, they are more focused on technology, or they will be, their main target will be the filling area. So how effective and how with latest technology they are doing their filling operations. Like that, there were open filling lines first, then comes wraps, then come closed wraps, and now the isolators are there. So everybody is focusing on that particular operation. Nobody is having time to focus on these laundering operations, but which is critical, because when I given you example of that German recall, product recall, that because of particle count and there was no rationale given in the BMR that why these particles were more in that particular period, and so all 3 days production were recalled. So by this example, you understand the severity of this particular operation. And when we hand over this operation to them, then also most of the 90% questions are over. 100% questions are not at all over, because in last week we got one observation. When they have given us the dresses, what is the whole time between you sterilizing them at your end? So whole time study. Now when we have sterilized it, within how many days you are going to use it? So that type of periods also, the questions are going to be there. But it doesn't mean, but 90% of my worry as far as operations or observations on laundry is concerned, they are now over. That is what I mean to say.
One more question. Indian manufacturers are worried for the cost all the time.
Yeah.
Then how do you manage with giving these to multinational company, and how you still feel that you are comfortable as far as costs are concerned?
I think this is Ramdev's question now. He has to help us. But yes, there should be viable costs in between what we used to get. Like Mr. Kante told, nobody knows the this cost of 1 liter distilled water or water for injection, but you have to use it, manpower you have to use it, electricity, HEPA filter, monitoring of that area. So all these things, so there should be a value limit so that we can manage the price control also. And our national price control people also shall be updated on such operations that we are getting this particular cost in this particular portion of our product manufacturing also.
Excuse me. Good morning, sir. I have a question.
Yeah.
I'm Raghunandan. I'm coming from DNV. I'm the auditing organization for Lindstrom. I would like to understand about the legal implications, if there are any, since the advantage that you spoke about on outsourcing activities from a pharma industry. Is there any legal implication as such has it been provided on the outsourcing activity? The guidelines, whatever you mentioned about ISO or with the IST, those are all the guidelines that's been providing. But is there any regulatory compliance requirement which has to be followed by the laundry or any outsourcing activity?
Now, whatever observations I have presented, so you need not have these particular observations. If at all any agency decided where you are doing this operation of laundering and they want to visit it, so at least these observations should not be there. That is what I can tell you today. Because as far as loan license or contract manufacturing requirements are there in Drugs and Cosmetics Act, they are not considering laundry as one of the operations which is to be under Drugs and Cosmetics Act. So that liabilities are not there.
You mean to say that apart from the legal requirement, if there is a legal requirement, okay, in this scenario like our geographical conditions has been required, so they will be meeting. But if it is only a guidelines, then it becomes more as an observation point for any of the outsourcing point.
Yeah. There could be legal requirement in between company you are laundering the services and between you, and that is because suppose there is any hole to the particular gown and it was overlooked when you are having your inspection during your cleaning area or washing area. You are inspecting the gowns. And if something serious observation comes or faced by we people, because we get the folded cloth, we sterilize it and we use it. But such type of things are there, there could be some legal implications in afterwards. Because that should not call us to recall any batch or stop any day's production at our end. So that type of care you have to take. At present, there are no any legal implications as far as Drugs and Cosmetics Act is concerned. Only thing, what we have been governed by drug price control order in India, so we have to keep that balance as far as cost is concerned.
Good morning, sir. You have very well explained about the importance of these services in sterile area. My question is, how important are these services into unclassified area like API or OSD?
Now, as far as sterile area is concerned, the examples which I have given on particle trading. But as far as API is concerned, there is another factor which we have to look into, protection of particular person. So he should not get any contamination because of any hazard chemical if he or pharmaceutical he is producing. So that type of part only will come into that picture.
So I have a question here. Usually in the pharma industry, you all engage in vendor validation. So in an outsourced agency which is dealing with laundry, what would be your process where vendor validation is concerned?
Now, as far as laundering, our operation is concerned, we have not 100% outsourced this activity because we are doing sterilization at our end. Because again, if we start getting sterilized gowns from Lindstrom, then again from this transportation will come in picture, and whether sterility is not in question, that type of operations or that type of questions we have to answer. So as far as washing operation is concerned, we are asking them to do this particular test, and we are asking them that they should use liquid detergent so that solid detergent may have some residues in the gowns and they may shred or contaminate our area. So like this control we are we are carrying out their audit, and every year we are verifying this area.